how do you measure greatness? Yeah. Can greatness only be looked at in terms of numbers you put up? Can it be looked at in terms of championships that you earned and that kind of thing? I mean, so what are the guidelines for greatness? It's such a hard thing to define, Sean.
I think it's success. Obviously, the effect that you had on the game, your presence in the game. I think all of those things, I think it's probably a number of 5 or 6 things that you can point to, but it's always going to be some exceptions, I guess, you know, because my thing is to you guys' point, I mean, why didn't they name Grant Hill then? You know, like why isn't G Hill on
At that point in 1997.
I mean, he was on his way to being...
Great point.
You know, like there's always going to be some exceptions somewhere.
And you guys talked to me about the context of the game and Bill Walton and you know, UCLA. So if we're not talking, we're talking 50 NBA greatest. Right. So if he did not play at UCLA, he's still...
I would say yes.
Great. And see, I didn't get to watch...
You're forgetting the years in Portland. In Portland, that team, Dr. Jack Ramsey...
But if he played less than 5 years or 6 years, I will forget those years. Because Dominique played 15, 12, 13, and was given the business for 15, 12,
I'm
13.
saying that
Dominique has 26,000 points.
But when you look at Bill Walton going 17 and 14, his first 4 years in the league, 17, 14, and 4.
But I'm saying, Ernie, longevity matters. But I'm talking about his impact on way the style of basketball was played.
Yeah.
Changed because of what he did.
Would you put Scottie Pippen in front of Dominique?
I would not put Scottie Pippen in front of Dominique.
I wouldn't put Scottie Pippen in front of Neek or Bob McAdoo.
How the list was made was sports writers, right?
Yes.
And players, former players. So apparently some players felt that Dominique wasn't one of the top 50 players.
Yeah, but
his own contemporary.
But I'm saying, Reggie, but I'm saying he could have been 51. So I think it really, it's such a fine line. Dominique obviously is an all-timer. Listen, actually, you know, we arguing about Dominique.
49
I forget about Bob McAdoo
in the Hall of Fame.
How
are you going to take someone out of who's a Hall of Famer off a list?
Is Dominique in the Hall of Fame?
But he wasn't on.
But I'm saying, but
I know. But you've got more players in the Hall of Fame than are on the list.
Hey, Bob McAdoo was MVP of this league. Yeah. When you talk about changing the game, he's a 6'11" dude shooting threes.
He was the first
stretch four, the real one.
So he changed the game.
He totally changed the game.
And this is why when I used to watch the Lakers growing up, and I say, and when we watching them play against them, they had Bob McAdoo coming off the bench.
Off the bench.
And I'm like, they have like 5 Hall of Famers. You know, so like you can't, like when you say how great guys were, you had Magic, you had
Worthy,
Kareem, and then you had the guy who led the league in scoring for like 5 or 6 years coming off the bench, scoring buckets.